Erik Darling here with Darling Data, and in today's Darling video, we are going to introduce a brand new member to the family. No, not a new employee, not a new baby. Are you out of your minds? I am damn near 45 years old. What business do I have procreating? This is a new store procedure that I've been working on silently, slowly but surely, called SP underscore PerfCheck. The goal of this is to quickly look at important performance-related settings and issues on your server, your SQL server, sort of regardless of where it runs. So this is compatible with on-prem SQL Server, managed instance, Azure SQL DB, and Amazon RDS. Everything else is just a VM in the cloud, right? I can already hear what you're saying. Well, why do all this stuff in your own procedure? Why not just do stuff with SP Blitz? Well, SP Blitz is like an overall sort of health checky thing. In this procedure, I don't spend any time looking at backups, particularly backups because like the backup story gets harder and harder to tell with like AGs, like people taking backups on secondaries, the cloud where who knows what. MSDB is not like a great source of truth for a lot of things. I'm not going and making sure you're running DBCC CheckDB. I'm not looking at like torn page and checksum page verification stuff. I'm just focusing on performance metrics and performance configuration stuff. That's it. That's the whole point. I don't really do anything else in there. I list out a whole bunch of important stuff and try to get you the right information. Now, this is largely only compatible with SQL Server 2016 and up. There's a lot of stuff that on 2014 just gets real annoying, or before 2016 that just gets real annoying to figure out, so I left that out of the batch. Given that SQL Server 2019 just hit the end of mainstream support, going back prior to 2016 seems rather wasteful. So we're not going to do that. So let's take a quick look at a couple things. First, over on my website, there is a URL for SP PerfCheck. Now, this doesn't go through a lot of the stuff that some of the other URLs do, because what I wanted to have here was a largely accurate, maybe not completely cut out list of all of the things that it looks for. So if we zoom in a little bit here, we'll see the commands and stuff that it looks for. Some of this stuff, if you're used to running SP Blitz, will be familiar to you. I did try to make it make it so that if you're used to seeing performance-related metrics there, you will also see them here. But I also go and look at a lot of other stuff. So settings, storage performance, database configuration stuff, query store stuff, what do you call them? Database scope configurations, things like that. And I do some looking at weight stats and I don't know, this section's for like real weird stuff, so I put it kind of on its own. But if you scroll down through all this, you will get some more information about there are URLs in the procedure that will get you to all of this stuff in here. As for the store procedure itself, of course, it starts off with the usual ASCII art that I handcraft with nothing but concentration and my deep affection for you. And then, of course, fun ensues after that. And over here, a couple of things that are important to note. One of them is if you want to get help with this procedure, there is a help parameter, because I put a help parameter in all of my procedures so that you can get help, so that you don't have to email me to ask me what a parameter is. So there's not a lot of parameters for this one just yet, because this is sort of in the newish stages of development, doing a lot of just sort of like finding my sea legs with it, figuring out exactly what I want to do and check. Figuring out like sort of getting a good idea of like what's in scope for the results. If you run into a problem with this and you feel like the problem might be dynamic SQL related, there is a debug mode which will print out all of the stuff that it'll return results for everything in like the store and the temp tables and stuff. And then of course in the messages tab you will see all of the dynamic SQL printed out. That includes for the overall stuff and for the database by database stuff. As for actual results, as for like what the stuff that you will see in here, it is what I think is a pretty useful set of stuff. Up at the top is sort of a summary of important things that things that are good for you to know about the server. So that's this section up here where I just like highlight all the normal stuff. Well, this is of course the version of the store procedure, not SQL Server. And this is like, having stuff like this is really useful, especially if you are making like a spreadsheet of servers, or you're a consultant and you want to take a quick screenshot that gives you like a nice like overview of stuff in the server, right? Like the current server configuration, all sorts of good things in there for you to dig into and have a screenshot of, so that you know the state of the server when you looked at it. And then down below are the results, where you will see all of the stuff that was picked up by SP PerfCheck. And of course, this URL column over here will bring you to the correct spot on the page for whatever finding we have in here. And this server is in relatively good shape. I leave some things slightly out of tune, so when I run this stuff, I have like a little built-in unit test for it. But there was a lot of time spent configuring and unconfiguring things to make sure that the various checks work. So if you are in the market for a store procedure that gives you a good performance overview of settings and bad stuff going on, and like there's stuff about wait stats in here that hasn't popped up on this, because I haven't been doing a lot of like crazy performance-y stuff on here where meet the wait stats thresholds, but trust me, there's good stuff in there around that. So if you are looking for a performance check of a SQL server that you are looking at, whether it's Azure, managed instance, on-prem, VM, RDS, whatever, this thing should have you pretty well covered. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the code involved here, you can either go to code.erikdarling.com. That'll bring you to my GitHub repo, where you can open issues, ask questions, suggest improvements to things, or you can go to my website and you can contact me. There's a contact form on my website where I will say, for support, please go to GitHub, because that's where I do my script support. I don't tend to do script support via email, because it is very hard to track issues and stuff via email. I have a difficult enough time sensibly maintaining a nicely organized GitHub repo with the fury that I work, the furious pace that I work at. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you learned something, but you're probably going to just learn about this script existing, right? So that's a plus, right? That's something to learn. And I hope that you find this utility script useful. Again, these are not tools that I make for the community. These are tools that I make for myself that make my job easier, that I choose to share with the community. But I do want other people to use them, and I do want to get feedback on them. I do want to improve things so that they are more useful for everybody, myself included. There's a benefit for all of us here. We all get better with your help, with our help, something like that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Go get this thing from code.erikdarling.com. Goes right to my GitHub repo. Ba-boom. All of a sudden, there you are. Professional SQL Server performance consultant. All you need, a few store procedures, a couple books, about 15 years of forgetting everything else important and stuffing your brain full of database stuff. Minor things. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching.